Hello, I want to give you guys your instructions for your next unit, actually. And so if you'll take a look here, I'll walk you through what you need to do for this week. If you will notice, there is a new folder, a Unit 8 folder, and so that will be the folder that you'll use to access your assignments starting today, Monday. And so when you click inside of this folder, you'll see that everything is set up for you as usual as far as instructions, and then other information inside of that folder. So let's take a look at what's here. What you see for this week, 5-4, it says that you'll be exploring the genre of podcasts, actually. And so we're going to take a look at a few of those this week and probably on into the next week as well for this unit. And so there are some steps that are listed here. One, you have some pre-listening questions. So everybody does these questions, regardless of which podcast you decide to choose. Everyone will submit this assignment. There are 6 questions, and they are right here. It says podcast pre-listening assignment. And I'd like you to set a goal for yourself to finish these by Wednesday. I have pacing set up for you, but you know submissions can go on into Sunday. But if you follow my pacing, that should help things be a little bit easier to manage, and then also have you done by the weekend. So everyone does the pre-listening assignment, and try to set your goal to get that done within, today or tomorrow, at least by Wednesday. Step 2, you will choose one podcast for this week. There are a choice of 4, and they are down here. You'll see there are 4 of them, and each one has their own folder. You will pick one of them for this week. You'll be listening to that podcast and completing the assignments for that podcast. The assignment will consist of 5 questions and a contribution to a media album. That media album will be explained in just a second, but you are going to have plenty of choice, plenty of options, any ideas. Really, the only thing I don't want you to do is use clip art. Make sure that they're original ideas only, which means something you create, something you take a picture of, something you decide on, not something that you search and find on the internet. Again, I have pacing guidelines, but you can submit until Sunday. I just try to set it up to be small pieces for you, and then also allow you to have a free weekend. So let's take a look at your choices. You see it tells you to pick an episode, and once you've chosen, you can click the folder to see the assigned work. And the 4 different episodes, their titles are listed along with a brief description of them. And so whichever one you decide to click on, they all are set up exactly the same. If you click inside of your chosen podcast, you'll see there is an anticipation activity to start here. So you'll click there and you'll read or maybe watch. Some of them have little YouTube videos, or some of them have some background information that you'll want to take a look at. Once you have done whatever's on that page, you'll see that there is a link. The link will take you to the actual podcast episode. You'll have to click play once you get there, but you'll be able to listen to the podcast here. Once you have listened, and you can maybe do that in a couple sittings, or you can listen to it all at once, whatever you decide to do. Once you have finished listening, the questions are here. It's set up just like an assignment. So you can cut and paste them into the Create tab, or you can create a document and attach it, but you'll submit the questions. There will be 5 of them pertaining to what you listened to in the podcast. And then finally, the media album for the visual. This is a lot like what we've done before. If you remember early on, you have done things like create a Snapchat from what could be a scene from one of the stories, and you put a caption on it and uploaded it there. There are lots of possibilities, and if you click, it will give you the explanation I try to give you some ideas, but really there are lots of them. If you're wondering about something that you possibly could do, then you can, of course, message me and we can talk about what your idea is and if that would be acceptable. Really, the only thing I don't want you to do is get an image from somewhere else. If you're wanting an image, then draw it yourself or take a picture of something or create it in some way that you have done it, that it's not someone else's artwork. So again, if you have a question or an idea that you want to run by me, just make sure that you message me for that. All 4 episodes set up exactly the same way. So I just clicked on this one as an example. All 4 of them are the same. If you have any questions, just let me know.